Hello there, gang. Veer here with Battle of Empires 1914-1918. So it's a strategy game, and it's built on the Men of War engine, or the game engine they use for that series. So option-wise, yeah, for a change, we actually get quite a seriously big amount of them. Various graphics, we've got audio settings, a few game options you can change, plenty of controls, rebindable, and that's just to do with your DLC, which is one of the first things that makes this game a bit of a mess, is purchasing it. The store page is a mess of different bundles and options to buy. I bought the entire game, I believe, on a Steam sale. So this is everything you get if you buy the full package. You get the training one, which is Boot Camp. And for the Russian Empire, you get all these. Well, I say all of these. One of them, because that one is, at least for me, is bugged and I can't complete it. Which is one of the problems with this game, is bugs and issues. But let's just carry on looking around. We've got the French campaign. Quite a decent amount there. German Empire. British Empire, the best one, of course. Then you get blazing guns, which I believe is more of like an armoured pack. And then finally, the Ottoman Empire campaign, although it's not as many missions, so you do get a lot of content off the bat for your money. So the quickest way would be to show it in action. So we'll pick the first fight, which is a tutorial level, but it means it's also very short in this game's time limits. Some missions can be quite big, with lots of many little submissions to do as you go along.
Mon Lieutenant, reinforcements have arrived.
Excellent, Sergeant. Our company is attacking the small town of Conte. Your task is to outflank the enemy and to neutralize the mortar which stops our advance. Forward!
So as you can
Yes,
see,
Mon Lieutenant.
as you can hear, first thing is the voice acting.
Use minimap to search for the enemy. Press the M key to open it.
The voice acting is pretty awful in this game. In fact, it's bloody awful universally throughout.
Do not attack the enemy head on. Use any shelter to get around and hit the enemy from the rear.
So graphically, it is made on the first Men of War game engine. It's not the latest one, so it does show its age a
Units
little
have
bit.
3 firing modes: open fire, fire in response, and no fire.
Yes, I know they do. Thank you. This is the training campaign, but it's not terrible. You can zoom on in and watch them up close fighting. And of course, in Men of War style, you can take direct control of units. Here's my chappies. Yeah, see, red's enemy, blue's AI controlled, and his cyan's his Scion ones are mine. It's not a terrible looking game, is it really? But certainly not an absolute jaw dropping graphics either. So if I just try and get one of these chaps, here it goes. Yes, if I hold down the control key, I can now take control of him and move him around with the WASD keys and get him to shoot at anything. I hope we can get a line on it, of course. So yes, as I said, Men of War games, it also means it comes with all the frustrations, as you saw. Even though the control panel here, various options. I want return. Actually, I want to. Yeah, I'll leave them on return fire. Even with them on hold position, they have a tendency to occasionally do their own thing, such as go prone, which can make sometimes coordinating your units somewhat frustrating. You know, for example, before I get involved properly, come here, chaps. Right, stop there. You might sort of have one group here and there. You might want to use your little quick controls here to select your groups. So if you imagine I was going to flank something in a pincer movement, so I move them in that way, select on that to move them. Next minute, half your units are crawling because they've all decided to go prone when you weren't watching them. Also, as you see, there's a little outline showing where you can place your troops. That can also be somewhat wacky. Just because it shows you that doesn't mean to say that's what they'll end up doing. See ours? Do you guys want to shoot that, chappy? Oh yes, of course, my fault. I left him on return fire, didn't I? Well, they will eventually shoot him. Right, double time. At least if you double click, they'll rush across. Got to kill that more in there. Right, target that, chaps. And him. Oh, I'll take control and do it myself.
Mortar neutralized.
Attack! Good job! Use it against the remaining enemy infantry.
Any vehicle or gun can be captured and used against their former owners. Highlight the infantry and click on the mortar, and they will take it.
So yes, of course, in Men of War style, you can take control of all the things you find on the battlefield. From field cannons, to machine guns, to tanks, and armoured
Thanks
cars.
to the hinged trajectory of firing, mortars are an ideal weapon for fighting the enemy. In trenches, shelters, and on the reverse slopes of heights.
Start moving these chaps up to help try and take these chappies out. That should be this part of the mission complete. So yes, it comes with all the frustrations of a Men of War with the pathfinding and... Oh, and the other thing, of course, if... As you can see, I've now got two groups. If I was to move this little chappie off over here, and then this little chappie off over here, they now become their own separate units. And that can become...
Lieutenant, the town is ours!
That can become very frustrating when you've got big battles going on.
The Tommies have sent some tanks to help us. As always, just in time. Damn! The Germans have an artillery battery on the other side of the road. We urgently need artillery support. Where is the damn signaller? Sergeant, call headquarters and ask for artillery support now!
So yes, depending on your unit
Good
type,
connection on the battlefield is the key to victory. With the phone, you will be able to adjust artillery fire and call reinforcements.
with different unit types you get different sort of abilities. So this lot, one of them's got a phone. Which one of them's got the phone? That's it there. You also get little defences you can build, such as sandbags and barbed wire and fences, entanglements I should call them. But again, one of the problems is sometimes the games happen so fast, even when you've got the items to defend and build these defence works, you'll get very little time to put them down, unfortunately.
This is the 4th Company. Do you copy? This is headquarters. Report in. We urgently require artillery fire on the square 30, 100 to the west. Got it. Artillery will soon help you.
Yeah, top quality voice acting.
Who have taught gunners to shoot? Firing at anything but not the Fritzes?
Sergeant, quickly use a smoke bomb to adjust the fire. Throw it as close as possible to the German guns.
So
Smoke
yes,
bombs can be found in the inventory of the signaller. Throw the bomb as close to the target as possible.
and here we might be about to see another one of the fun and frolics of
Smoke
this.
bombs can be thrown just like the ordinary grenade.
One of the other fun and frolics of this game is the AI when they are on artillery.
Make sure that the enemy does not notice your soldier. Enable no fire mode. Use stones and fences for shelter.
Yes, when the enemy is on artillery or machine guns, their accuracy is absolutely aimbot godlike. They will decimate half your squads. Let's move you here as a sort of spare. Let's try and move you two up here out of the way. Once they know where your troops are, they will just absolutely pour in fire. But when your own troops get hold of the same artillery piece, good luck hitting the side of a barn door. Right, I'm just going to try a desperate, super fast run and get a grenade in there quickly. Right, let's get that there. No, throw it, just throw it. Wow, they didn't actually see him. They normally die quite rapidly. So yeah, so content-wise, as you see, you get a fair bit. My one big gripe really is the amount of stealth missions, because that, of course, is what this game engine was really built around: small
This is
units.
4th Company. Guns have been destroyed. Do you copy? This is headquarters. Got it. Take command of the MK4 tank, which our allies have sent to help your sector. Often the headquarters allows you to call reinforcements. To call them, you have to use the icons on the right side of the screen. Note, reinforcements are not infinite, so you should use troops reasonably. This is 4th Company. Guns have been destroyed. Do you copy? This is headquarters. Got it. Take command of the MK4 tank, which our allies have sent to help your sector. Often the headquarters allows you to call reinforcements. To
Yeah, there's
call
some
them,
bugs
you
and
have to use the
glitches in this
icons on
game.
the right side of the screen. Note, reinforcements are not infinite, so you should use troops reasonably. Tanks are a formidable force in the hands of a skillful commander. Note that they have low speed, are vulnerable to artillery fire, and have a large scatter of shells fired from the tank guns. This may make a tank only a steel coffin for the crew.
Absolutely no idea where this tank thinks it's going. Yes, as I did mention, AI issues. So yes, there's also a lot of times in this game you'll end up having to do a lot of save scumming, especially the first time you play through it. Because I say, some of the stealth missions, if you get detected, or too many troops get killed, you may or may not get reinforcements, which pretty much means you failed the mission and have to go back again. Combined with the absolute godlike intelligence of the AI to pick up where your troops are, you can end up having to replay a lot of missions. See, one of ours was one of theirs. Ah, they were theirs. Yes. So it's a game of equal parts interest, equal parts frustration. Here's one of mine. I've no idea where he's off to. Come over here. Come join these fellas. He was on hold position, but, well, doesn't matter. Dead. Yes. So really it depends on your level of frustration, because this game can be sometimes very frustrating because of these issues. I say, bugs, glitches, missions I can't complete, AI pathfinding. So it might sound like I don't enjoy it, but I've always been quite interested in World War One. Interesting time period. And the game itself, and as I say, I do actually quite like the entire Men of War series. So I'm also a little bit biased there. Can we get in sight on it yet? You can't shoot through a scrabby bit of tree. Fair enough. Now can we get them? Good show. So you do get a lot of content for your money. But yeah, far too many stealth missions for World War One. There are some missions where you get some quite big amounts of troops, and you can call in quite a lot of reinforcements and mortars and machine guns and tanks. I mean, at least it keeps the mission types varied, I suppose. Ah, there we go. Job a good un. So we're nearly just about done here.
Artillery barrage! Take cover!
Damn it! We're hit! Tank gun and tracks have been damaged. Cover us, Lieutenant, while we repair the tank.
To repair the tank or any other vehicle, select it and press the repair button, the
Yes.
icon with the repairing tools on it. You can only repair those vehicle parts that are shown in red on the scheme in the bottom left corner. Black parts cannot be repaired.
So yeah, it's got quite a nice interface. See, you come over here for a second. See what I mean now? So many of my troops are all scattered, and I want to be back together if I can. It becomes even more frustrating when you've got loads of...
Attack from the field!
Yeah, I know, thank you. And they've got all the different... Where's the bloke fixing the tank? I better leave him alone. Yeah, and you've got multiple different troop types, such as grenadiers and machine gunners. Trying to keep your troops and your forces organised. Oof, it's a battle of its own. Is that everyone together? Mostly everyone. I can put these chaps to be most effective. Let's put them down there and leave the tank to cover the right flank. So these two. Oh, there you see, just randomly proned. Keep your eye on these chaps repairing. They'll sometimes stop halfway through and leave your tank unrepaired. Yeah, so you can get some quite big missions that are very World War I like. It's just a pity with all the so many rough edges in it. But if you've been interested in World War I, or you enjoy the Men of War series in general, what have we done this time? Right, yeah, we are.
Hold your ground! This should be their last attack!
And even the tank has its own crew inside it, so you can get them all to bail out and just fight, or hopefully the AI tank should be able to take care of that from there. These guys got this sector down there cleared. Although I don't think we've got any artillery, so I should be able to walk through this bit pretty easily. Yeah, so the environment's of course very destructible in this game. If I was to drive for this sandbag wall, so it should all collapses, which will become more frustrating because a lot of the time your AI, when you've got it on a gun, so if you try and move a gun carriage around the battlefield, it'll knock down most of the stuff, most of your defences, which doesn't make things that much easier. Let's get the tanks coming over this way, hopefully flank them all. And of course World War I tank, so it's not going to be a speed machine. Of course I said you can loot various things. If I was to requeue, if I needed more ammunition. There's a machine gun around somewhere. Because each troop has his own independent inventory. Just can't remember what their hotkey is for. I've forgotten what the hotkey is to show items. It wasn't B. Well, there is a hotkey for it, as you see during the options. There's a lot of hotkeys in this game, which allows you to pick up different weapons and such like wherever they've fallen. So there's a rifle. Oh, what's that? That was a machine gun. I can go and grab that. Well done, son. Now you can select between whether you want to use his rifle or a machine gun. There's our tank doing. Have you won yet? Don't stop. What have we got left? This can also be a bit of a bugbear. Some missions you just have to stroll around to pick off the last. Oh, there's one up there. I'll tell you what, let's just get all this lot to go up there and ruin his day. I mean, at this point it's pretty obvious the battle was won. Oh, I know, we've done it. Oh, alright. Well, back to main menu then. So that's allowed you to see what sort of the battle and the combat's like, including the AI and its frustrations. So I don't think it's a terrible looking game. It's certainly got the vibe of the World War I going on. The units are pretty decently well done. uniforms. So yes, let's just exit back to there. So yeah, you get a fair bit of content. So it really depends if you've played the other Men of War series games and you know some of the frustrations that can come with that, but you don't mind, or you still enjoy the series, then this is definitely one that you might want to add to your collection, especially if you have an interest in World War One. If you don't like the Men of War series, avoid this like the plague, because you will not find anything to change your mind here, that's for sure. Along with the extra bugs that come with this version of it. And if you're unsure, as I say, campaign-wise, you do get a lot of content. So if you've maybe an interest in strategy in general or World War One, you might want to wait for a sale just to make sure. Because as I say, this is very much a Marmite love it or hate it series, really. So anyway, gang, I think that about concludes our dealings here. This was Battle of Empires, 1914 to 1918. Yes, a very Marmite experience for sure. So anyway, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to let me know you're alive. And I'll see you all next time. Bye now.